Hello and welcome. Quipster Puck here, along with my good buddy Dell. You know, in life, everybody has secrets. Deep, dark things that they don't want anybody to know. As bad as it would be if somebody were to learn our secrets, though, can you imagine how horrifying it would be for somebody if they could tell what everybody's secrets are? How could they ever look at anybody the same again? Heck, they'd probably lose respect for their own mother. Well, today's story is about one such individual. I'd like to present to you I Know Your Secrets. Enjoy!
I know your secrets. Not the stupid ones, the ones that one friend told you to keep from another, but the deep ones, the dark ones, the ones that you reject, claiming that they were anomalies, the ones that you fear represent who you really are, the ones that you live in terror of others finding out, knowing that they will judge you, cast you aside, and rightfully so. I know those. I know them all. I was born this way, with this gift, with this curse. I have always known the truths people seek to hide. They are as clear to me as faces, and as personally identifying. I remember people by their iniquities. I categorize them by their shame. Can you imagine going through life like this, knowing the truth about every person you met? There is never any delusion that anyone is truly good. I can never believe that anyone is above reproach. Every relationship I ever form, no matter how casual, starts with the knowledge of every intentional wrong the person has committed. Many people, most people, are fine, of course. Not wonderful, not saints, but acceptable. It is not good to know that they once kicked a friend's dog in a fit of rage, or they swiped money from a collection pool at work, but I have perspective. The average person is fine, tainted only by small misdemeanors. In truth, for many of them, these misdeeds loom larger than life, forming cautionary signposts to warn them away from repetition. These are the people I associate with when I seek out company. These are the ones I can tolerate. But there are others, more than you would expect, who have far greater foulnesses in their depths. Those who hurt others, who revel in it. Some of them accept this about themselves and move through their lives with a smile and a clear conscience, leaving damage, both minor and major, in their wake. They are not the worst. The worst are those who, feeling this way, deny that they enjoy it. They stuff it down, hiding it, only to have it squirt out the edges, lashing out unpredictably. Each time they feel the thrill, they need it more. And so, they create justifications for their behaviors. This person was asking for it. This group deserved it. These people are lesser, other targets. the stench crawls off those people. A rolling miasma, polluting the air around them. It gives me a headache even to look at them for too long, knowing the damage they cause in the world. But although I avoid them, I do not forget them. Because I too have hidden depths, and I call mine the executioner. It is not me, though I am its keeper, or perhaps it is mine. I am unsure. It exists inside me, is all I know. A thing made of shadows and hate and vengeance. It coils around my spine when I have it within, tickling my nerves with the knowledge of its presence. It twists around my insides like smoke, warming me with its movement. And it flares in my brain an unseen cobra's hood when I find someone particularly despicable. People argue endlessly about the value of human life, as if it's not tautologically obvious. A human life is worth one human life. And so, if your crimes are small, your hurts minor, your damage distributed and repairable, I will let it pass. No one can be perfect. I know that better than anyone. Sins can and must be forgiven. But if you are doing damage in excess of one life, even in aggregate, then I will mark you when I see you. For some, this decision is immediate and obvious. The drunk driver who killed a man, then chose to flee. Clear. The woman who poisoned her invalid mother so that she would not have to care for her. Obvious. I sent the executioner for them without a second thought. But the man who beat his 4 children and his wife? There was damage to be sure, but no loss of life. In the scheme of things, the physical damage was small even. But he cast a shadow over every one of their lives, stealing pieces of what they could have had away. Overall damage in excess of one life, I judged. And so, the executioner came for him as well. Him, and many others like him. I believe the number to be well into the hundreds at this point, though I have not kept track. And they all blend together, because from my perspective, they are all the same. The executioner leaves, and the executioner returns. For a time I am hollow, directionless, while it goes about its grisly task. I spend those hours of my evenings quietly at home. I drink, sleep, or watch TV. Anything mindless and unimportant. It is not until it returns swirling back in through my eyes, nose, and mouth that the world seems to come back to life. I feel warm, content, and satisfied as the executioner curls back up, nestled inside once more. I do not know exactly what happens to those it pursues. They are found dead by natural causes or misadventure, coronary or car crash. It enters them as it enters me. I know, taking up temporary residence inside. I watched it happen one time, curious to see its technique, but from an outside view, There was little to watch. A swirl of dark mist, a brief choking sound from the victim, and then stillness. The body began to shake, and tears leaked from the eyes. The fingers clenched spasmodically as the knees trembled, then collapsed. The metal edge of the coffee table struck him a violent blow to the head as he fell, but I believe he was already dead. Then, long moments after, a wisp of smoke curled forth from the lips, and the executioner slid forth, exiting the corpse. I accepted it back inside. Its job done. I do not know for certain what it does to its victims, what they see, but I believe it turns their darkness back on them. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a life for a life. As for me, I fear I enjoy my work too much. I smile when I think of those I have removed from the world. And I tell myself that it is fine, that it is right to be pleased at a job well done. But I can feel the lie. And I know that someday the executioner may come home to find its vessel too corrupt, and I will finally know what exactly its victims feel. Until that day, be mindful of the hurt you put into the world. Our paths may someday cross.
Welcome back. I do hope that you enjoyed tonight's story. I know I found it absolutely delicious. You know, that executioner really had it sweet. He had somebody just pointing out left and right all the tastiest tainted souls. Hey, Dell, buddy, you got any secrets you want to divulge to our friends here? Never wants to talk when I actually want him to, you know? Well, anyways, if you enjoyed this story, please make sure to let the author know. I'm going to include a link to the story in the description below. And if you would like me to narrate one of your stories, please send me an email at quipsterpuck@gmail.com. I'm always looking for delicious, terrifying tales to tell. Well, that's all for tonight. Ta-ta for now.